at the beginning, it was labor. Like when we kind of first started, it was labor. We worked out of storage units. So, I mean, I started this business with $1,800 and
Well,
a hope and a dream. Like we didn't have hardly anything. So we turned $1,800 in 5 years into
good
a
for
million
you.
dollars. Like that was pretty cool. But it was really hard to like hire good technicians. Like at that time, we didn't fertilize, but it was hard to hire good technicians because you can't really pay the top. And we worked out of storage units, so we didn't really have this like home base,
Hmm.
if you will. So that was definitely a struggle. And then going through the pivot and paying people more and giving them benefits and things like that. And we have, I mean, at $2 million, you would probably laugh at this, but we have probably, I want to say 9 people in the
Wow.
office. So with 3 of those 9 are virtual assistants
Okay.
overseas. So we utilize those quite a bit. We have 2 operations
Hmm.
managers, but then we have myself, 3 people on the phones here locally. And so that costs a significant amount of money. So like even in this pivot, we're not really to that place yet where we're making enough money every month where there's not a cash flow problem.
This episode is brought to you by 10x Nerds. If you're a business owner doing real revenue, there's a good chance you're overpaying in areas you haven't even looked at. Things like credit card processing, insurance, telecom, and more. 10x Nerds comes in, audits your expenses across 30 plus categories, and finds immediate savings. And here's the kicker: they only get paid if they save you money. It's a complete no brainer. If you want to keep more of what you make, go check them out at 10xnerds.com. This episode is brought to you by Rakowski Law Firm. If you're a business owner or have built a level of wealth, but you don't have your estate plan dialed in, you're exposed. Rakowski Law Firm helps families and business owners protect their assets, avoid probate, and make sure everything transfers exactly how it should. This isn't just paperwork, it's a real strategy to protect your legacy. If you haven't looked at your plan in a while or don't have one, go to rakowskilawfirm.com. This episode is brought to you by my friend Silas Lagoy over at ForgeMark Wealth. If you're a high-income business owner or professional and feel like you're getting crushed by taxes, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. ForgeMark Wealth specializes in advanced legal tax strategies and wealth planning designed to help you keep more of what you make, grow it efficiently, and actually build long-term freedom, not just income. If you're making serious money but don't have a real strategy behind it yet, I highly recommend connecting with Silas and his team. What's up, everybody? This episode is sponsored by ExitWise. If you're a business owner thinking about selling your company, whether that's now or years down the road, you need to know what your business is actually worth and how to maximize that exit. That's exactly what ExitWise does. They help you prepare, position, and ultimately sell your business by assembling a world-class team of M&A experts around you, guiding you from valuation all the way through closing. If you want to know what your business is really worth and how to increase that number before you sell, go check out exitwise.com and get ahead of it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Builder's Bible podcast. Today, we're going to be covering a lot of key topics: the challenges, the pain points, growth, expansion, and many more. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it.
So, Matt, I really appreciate you hopping on a call with me. Thank you very much for your time. Give me a little bit of a rundown. What are you doing these days? How'd you get into lawn care, and how long have you been doing it for?
Yeah, so we started lawn care. This is our ninth. No, we started in 2017. So 2017,
Mhm.
2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Uh, so this is our ninth year. So we're in our ninth year. So, um, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, next year will be year 10. So we just started our ninth year, and we started as a lawn maintenance business, mowing grass, putting out mulch, um, trimming shrubs, plowing snow, doing leaf removal, all that kind of stuff. And then around COVID-ish time, we decided that we were going to pivot. And we pivoted because I saw throughout the market that people's lives were being upended because of this pandemic, and jobs were being shut down. And so, these people have been with me for a long time, our team. And so I didn't want that to ever happen to our team. And so we had to figure out a way that, one, we can give them better job stability, better pay, better benefits, and job security. And so the way that we did that was we decided that we were going to pivot the entire business. So now on top of this, I do consulting, and my consulting company is called Crazy Pivot. And so some people want to know, like, how did you do this pivot? So we grew our business to $1 million in the first 5 years. So we were doing mowing, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. We grew that to $1 million in the first 5 years, a little over $1 million, which is already pretty spectacular. Most businesses, I think only like 10% of businesses ever even hit $1 million in the United States. So that's already really cool. But then that next year, we decided that we wanted to completely reinvent ourselves. So we threw away $1 million worth of revenue overnight, essentially, and we started from pretty much zero again. And so after that, in the next 3 years, we just finished last year at $1.25 million. So we grew to $1 million in the first 5 years. We threw all that money away. We don't do any of those service lines anymore. And then we grew it in the next 3 years back to $1.25 million. And we now do lawn care, pest control, Christmas lights. So we have 3 businesses: lawn care, Blue Duck Lawn Care, Blue Duck Pest Control, Blue Duck Christmas Lights. The lawn care and the Christmas lights are fairly automated. We have office staff, salespeople, operations manager that runs that. We just started pest control last year. We have an operations manager that runs pest control for us. And so I'm actively working on the pest control business as we speak. Like, that's kind of what I'm helping really get off the ground.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where we started and where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like you guys are doing a lot. It's so what made you guys, let me ask you this, what made you guys go into pest control? Because, lawn care, I know a lot of lawn care guys or landscapers, they'll do Christmas lights in the, during the wintertime to keep themselves busy, that or snow removal or stuff like that. But pest control, I don't really hear about that very much.
Yeah, pest control.
Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It is definitely cutting in and out quite a bit here, but hopefully you guys are getting good audio on your side. The pest control is doing really well for us, and the reason we wanted to get into pest control was
Matt,
because,
give me 1 sec.
well, one, I had a buddy, Jonas, that is probably going to come on. I think he's coming on the show here soon. But he got into it and did really well. But for us, it complements our lawn care and our Christmas light business really well. So kind of in that spring season, we sell a lot of lawn care. It's what we're selling right now. We're getting some pest control calls, but as soon as lawn care kind of ends, pest control season starts to ramp up. So for the office standpoint, we can train our office staff to focus on lawn care early spring till like May 1. And then as soon as May 1 hits, it leads drop off. And then from May 1 to like mid-October or mid-August, it's like heavy pest control season. And then it goes back to lawn care for a little bit, and then it goes into Christmas lights. So it makes it really easy for our office staff. They're always busy. So they kind of transition from lawn care to pest control, back to lawn care to Christmas lights. So like they only really have to focus on really one thing each of the seasons. So like right now, we're not even really talking to them about pest control. They don't have to think about pest control because we're not getting a lot of calls for pest control at the moment.
Gotcha.
But that's also because we're very new into pest control. Other bigger pest control companies, I'm sure, get lots of those calls at the time.
Oh yeah. You think of pest control, you think of like Andrew said earlier, Terminix, stuff like that. You don't really think of a lawn care company. You're like, hey, can you come spray my house or get rid of these critters or something like that?
Well, that's why we have 3 businesses. We have Blue Duck Lawn Care, Blue Duck Pest Control, Blue Duck Christmas Lights. So it's a totally separate website, the brand looks like it's still Blue Duck, but the duck looks different. The wraps on the trucks look different. The lawn care runs Dodge ProMasters. And for pest control, it's Ford Mavericks. So like they are separated out. Like we don't, because that was the original thing. It's like if you have spiders, ants, termites. Like, you're not going to call the lawn care company like, hey, can you do this too? Like, no, you're going to call the expert in that industry. You're going to call somebody that's like
Mm-hmm.
just a pest control company. So that's why we separated
Gotcha.
them, and that's why we branded them totally separate.
Gotcha.
So that's why
Gotcha.
we did that.
Gotcha. That was my follow-up question. I was going to ask, like, why wouldn't you keep everything the same? Because, recognition, they see, oh, Blue Dot, oh, they do lawn care, they do pest control and stuff. But, you would see something and you'd be like, oh, they just do lawn care, but they do pest control too. But, it's a good, actually, idea separating it. So just based on your answer, I understand now why you did separate them out. It's probably very similar, I assume, correct? Just like what you alluded to, but different.
Yeah, it's all about an expert thing, like.
Yeah.
And same thing with Christmas lights. We were one of the first in our area for Christmas lights to build its own identity, its own brand, its own website. And so then it took off. And so I fly around the country, kind of towards the end of the season, and I train other companies on how to do Christmas lights. I speak on stage 2 to 5 times a year about Christmas lights. So like we do a lot of Christmas lights. We're one of the bigger Christmas light companies in the area also. So but it's all because we've branded it properly. That we've grown it so fast.
Right. Wow, good for you. That's wow, it sounds like you're doing quite a bit. All 3 divisions of your business. You have a consulting company, and you're also traveling around the country. Working with these other. Everybody else hanging Christmas lights, how to do it, you're a speaker, what's been kind of the challenges you faced over the last, say, 10 years of, doing everything?
You are cutting out really bad right now.
Am I really? Gosh darn it. Hold on, give me 1 sec, Matt. I'm going to switch my networks here. I'm going to see if this one works better. All right, am I back? Is that better? Matt, I'm going to hop out and then hop back in.
You are
Give me
totally
1 sec.
frozen. All right.
Matt,
Am I?
I'm going to hop out and then hop back in.
Okay, cool.
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, sorry about that. Back. Is that better? Yeah, I'm back. Is that better? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I can
I've
hear
had
you
2
now.
other calls today, no issues, and then all of a sudden, it's, technology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I
That's what
can-
editing for. Absolutely. So, all right, back to what I was asking for. It's for doing so much for so long. What kind of challenges have you guys been facing over the last 10 years?
Well, at the beginning,
Yeah.
it was labor. Like when we kind of first started, it was labor. We worked out of storage units. So, I mean, I started this business with $1,800
Wow.
and a hope and a dream. Like we didn't have hardly anything. So we turned $1,800 in 5 years into
Good for
$1
you.
million. Like that was pretty cool. But it was really hard to hire good technicians. Like at that time, we didn't fertilize, but it was hard to hire good technicians because you can't really pay the top, and we worked out of storage units, so we didn't really have this home base, if you will. And so that was definitely a struggle. And then going through the pivot and paying people more and giving them benefits and things like that. And we have, I mean, at $2 million, you would probably laugh at this, but we have probably, I want to say 9 people in the
Wow.
office. So with 3 of those 9 are virtual assistants overseas, so we utilize those quite a bit. We have 2 operations managers, but then we have myself, and then we have 4 people on the phones, and 3 people on the phones here locally. No, yeah, 3 people locally on the phones, and so that costs a significant amount of money. So like even in this pivot, we're not really to that place yet where we're making enough money every month where there's not a cash flow problem. So like our season is like in the spring, it's kind of flat lines, and then like Q3, Q4 is when we actually start making some money. Like Q1, Q2, we just kind of stay stagnant, and then like we make money towards the end of the season, you know. And that's kind of how it is, and that's kind of top heavy in this size of a business. But my whole theory from growing business has always been like, how can we give the absolute best product and amazing customer service? It's kind of like that Chick-fil-A model. Like, you know, Chick-fil-A was a 20-year overnight success. It's like, you know, like, but they have amazing quality, you know, and like their customer, then they're known for customer service. So like, can we do that same thing and replicate that same thing in the lawn and the pest space and the Christmas light space? So like, if we can have amazing customer service, somebody always answer the phone, and then we can also like have an amazing quality product and pay our guys really, really well, like I think we're going to win. So we pay above market. Like that's one of my goals. Like I always want to pay more than what the market demands in our area for a technician. And if I can pay more, I could charge more, like, you know, they're going to take care of the customer. So like, that's always been my philosophy, and that's worked out. But, you know, in this kind of like in between place, it costs extra money.
Yeah, when you don't have that revenue coming in.
So that's kind of where that.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get it. How many technicians do you have? So you have what? You said 9 people in the office. That's VAs, people answering the phones.
Yeah, we have at the end of actually we're hiring another guy. We'll have 5 techs in the field.
Gotcha. Okay.
5 guys in the field. Yeah. So and then when we get to Christmas lights, we'll have like probably 10 to 13 people in the field. Maybe that's a little high, but we double in size at least.
Oh wow. Okay. Lights. Gotcha. So it is kind of seasonal a little bit then. It sounds like.
Well, the Christmas lights is definitely seasonal for sure, but like we have to add seasonal staff.
I see.
During that time, just because like it's growing faster than everything, and we only have 2 months to do, you know, $700,000.
Only 2 months. That's it.
It takes a lot.
Only 2 months. That's it.
Well, yeah, it's like crazy. It's like we're just running like with our heads cut off for 2 months, just trying to get all this revenue in, you know, and it's a lot, you know.
Yeah, that's what it takes. You know, that's what the job demands. That's what it takes, you know, and that's if you can provide that service to someone, that absolutely. Now, do you guys put up Christmas lights? You guys take them down too, I assume, right?
Yeah, so we lease the Christmas lights to the customer, so we own the lights, and so we maintain them. We do permanent lighting also for commercial properties through leases. So they might sign a 3-year lease contract for a permanent light install or year-round lighting, so they can have different marketing opportunities. They can use the lights for marketing stuff, but they can have them up all year round as opposed to the temporary lights. And so, but we lease them to the customers. So we design it, we install it, we maintain it throughout the whole season. So if a light bulb goes down, anything happens, we come out and we fix it within 48 hours. And then at the end of the season, we take them back down. And then we store them in our warehouse.
You probably just have, you know, loads of Christmas lights in your warehouse.
Oh yeah, we have tons of Christmas lights. It's crazy.
No, absolutely. Good for you.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Collar Business Advisors. If you're running an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or landscaping, or any other type of home service business and wondering where all the money is going despite growing your revenue, you need to talk to Paul Maskill. Paul has scaled and sold multiple blue collar businesses and now helps business owners improve cash flow, profitability, and financial clarity through outsourced CFO services. His clients gain a better understanding of their numbers, build predictable profits, and create a business that supports the life they actually want. One of the things I appreciate most about Paul is he's not just a finance guy. He's been in the trenches as an owner. He understands the challenges of running blue collar businesses because he's done it himself. If you're doing a few $1 million a year in revenue and want to stop guessing at your numbers and start building real wealth, head over to bluecollaradvisors.com. That's thebluecollaradvisors.com and schedule a discovery call with Paul and his team. Blue Collar Business Advisors, helping blue collar business owners build financially healthy companies and achieve permanent profitability. This episode is brought to you by Corberry Digital. If you own an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, or home service business and you're tired of wondering where your next lead is coming from, you need to check out Corberry Digital. Corberry specializes exclusively in helping home service companies dominate their local markets through SEO, Google Ads, local service ads, websites, content marketing, and lead generation systems that actually produce a measurable ROI. Their team doesn't just focus on clicks and impressions. They help contractors lower customer acquisition costs, increase qualified leads, and build a marketing engine that scales. What I like about Corberry is they understand the blue collar space. They aren't trying to be everything to everyone. Their entire focus is helping trades businesses win in their backyard and generate more profitable jobs. If you're looking to grow your business, improve your online visibility, and build a marketing system that works, visit Corberry.com and schedule a strategy session with their team. That's Corberry.com. Tell them you heard about them on the podcast. This episode is brought to you by Jonathan Keim and the teams at 360 Commercial Roofing and Top Roof Marketing. If you own or manage commercial property or you're a roofing contractor looking to grow, Jonathan has spent more than a decade helping businesses protect their buildings and scale through proven commercial roofing and marketing systems. His companies specialize in commercial roofing solutions, roof asset management, and marketing built specifically for the roofing industry. Whether you need a trusted commercial roofing partner or want to generate more qualified roofing leads, check out 360 Commercial Roofing or Top Roof Marketing. You can go to www.360, like 360, commercialroofing.com, and Top Roof Marketing, www.toproofmarketing.com. Now let's get into today's episode.
So switching gears here a little bit, I want to learn more about the limo. Talk to me a little bit about that. How'd that come about?
Yeah, man, I was there's this limo called the Chicken Limo around town. And I remember it from when I was a kid, and like he doesn't drive it much anymore. Like you can actually rent this limo to take you to like prom or weddings or something. It's like it's literally got like it's the limo, it's all yellow, and then on the front it's like this chicken head, or it's like I think it's more of like a rooster, honestly. And then on the back it's like this rooster tail comes out, and it says like it's like the Chicken Limo. And he used to have the Rhino bus, or it's the Hippo bus, and like he's got some other things like that you can rent from him that are animals or so, like just interesting things. It's not like the black limo that you're gonna get that's gonna be really exclusive. It's like a fun thing, and like that always stuck to me. And then when we became Blue Duck, so we switched from Green's Lawn Care and Property Services to Blue Duck, and then the different brands under that. And so we have this Blue Duck mascot, which you can kind of see on my right here. He's kind of like this playful thing, and I was like, I hate spending money on Google Ads, Facebook. Like we spend $0 on digital ads, and so I'm like, how can we be different in the market? And so I just thought about like, man, it would be cool to reinvent the Chicken Limo for Blue Duck. Like that was my inspiration, 100%. And so I went out and bought a limo last year. I saw one on Facebook Marketplace one night, and I was like, I'm buying this.
Impulse
thing.
buy.
I messaged the guy.
Just kidding.
And I was like, hey, man, does this thing run? Does it good? And a car dealership owned it. So I was like, I know the car dealership's taking care of it. They had it for like 3 years. And they would just take like people to like sports games, like the Pacers game, the Colts game, like whoever was like the top sales reps, or if you hit your KPIs that month, like they'd take you to a concert or something. Like that's what it was there for, like for the business. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get this thing wrapped. So it's totally wrapped for all the different brands, and now we just drive it around. And It turns
Sure.
people's heads, and it makes you feel more of the community, because they know it's not a service vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fun vehicle. It's not like seeing a Maverick that says Blue Duck Pest Control on it, or one of our Pro Masters that says Blue Duck Lawn Care on it. Like, it's just a fun vehicle. And so when people see it, they turn, they laugh, they smile, they take pictures of it. Like, I had a meeting at a Dunkin' Donuts a couple days ago, and like when I pulled in the limo, like the guy that I was meeting was inside the Dunkin' Donuts already. And so when I get in, one, they thought I was a celebrity because I got out of this limo, which was kind of funny. And then he said, Matt, when you pulled up, all of the employees, they all left from behind the counter. They went to the window and they were taking pictures of your limo. I was like, that's cool. Because, like, hopefully they're going to post it on their Facebook profile or Instagram or whatever. And then it's just going to organically spread. And, like, that's what we want. So I posted a lot on Facebook. I posted in chatter groups, in Facebook groups, on my own Facebook. And, like, people are starting to see it. And then on the weekends, I take it, like, on Saturday. Last week I took it to Costco and just parked it, like, right at the very front. So, like, you had to drive past it go park. And then on Sunday I took it and I drove it to Target. And, like, there's a lot of moms that go to Target. So it's like they see it, And so each weekend I'm just going to move it from one location to the next, to the next, to the next, Take it all around town. And people are just going to start noticing it, And then hopefully they start posting it and and stuff like that. So I have a whole strategy behind how we're going to use it, but it's
Sure, that might be for another call. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, might need to. I do a couple different things, so I might need to brainstorm with you on one of my other ventures too. So, yeah. So with what you have going on for the rest of this year, we're done with Q1 now. How do you see the rest of 2026 going? And I mean, for the next 3 to 5 years, where do you guys see yourselves?
Well, in the next 3 to 5 years, we will have definitely expanded outside of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you that. Our goal is to march across 7 different cities. And that's all, like, we want to be in the Midwest, in 7 cities across the Midwest.
Right.
That's our end goal. And build branches in all these that can support a $20 million branch. And then, really be able to take care of our people. In 3 years, I hope to be able to take care of everybody's health care. Like, we don't have health care. That's like, we have everything else, but we don't have health care. So we have, like, 401ks and all this kind of stuff, but we don't offer health care yet. And historically in the green industry, the people who work in the field are always the ones that get shit on the most. Like, they get the worst. They work in the worst conditions. They get paid the worst. They get no benefits. They're just looked at as, like, replaceable people. And it's like, I don't want that at all. Like, I want our people that work in the field to be the most loved people in this company. And so I want them to be some of the best paid people at the company. I want them to be celebrated. And my dream would be that everybody that works in the office, like, that have good salaries and stuff like that, like, maybe we'll cover your health care like 50%. But these people who are the most vulnerable people that typically have always got shit on, like, can I pay their health care 100%? Like, so they don't have to worry about it. Like, just to show them, like, hey, this is, like, we really care about you guys. Because I don't want people that are going to work in the field for a year or 2. Like, I want you to be here for 10, 20, 30 years. Because, like, when that happens, like, you become a true expert. The customers know you. They love you. Like, then they become advocates for you. And, like, it just builds the entire culture differently. So, like, how can we do that? And so in, like, 3 to 5 years, I hope that we can pay for everyone in the field's health care 100%. And, like, I hope that we have enough profit margin that we can do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's
right. Yeah, no, I get it. It's, just a lot of people out there, they'll just go to work. Hey, we're going to pay $30 an hour, and that's it. They're 1099s, get your paycheck and go home, and you have to cover, all your health expenses, this and that, and retirement, and, all that stuff. So So yeah, I get it. I get it. It's you don't hear it very much. So, but yeah, no, that's a great mindset to have, and also with having the the culture and the employees sticking around, you also could use your time on work versus interviewing people, going over resumes, training, all that stuff. I'm not saying that's a waste of time. I'm just saying it could be more useful elsewhere, where you're needed a little bit more, in your business. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah,
driving a
exactly.
limo
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
Like I could probably do that with train guys. Like that'd be
Train them in the limo.
fantastic.
Just, hey, come to a limo ride with me. We're gonna be training. It's
There
on the
you go.
job. Teach you how to drive this thing.
Yeah, there you go. Now we were talking a little bit before we started recording, and I don't know if you were on here, but like one of my also goals is like within that time frame, that 3 to 5 years, like we want to start giving hero
Yeah.
rides in the limo. Like kids that like have come down with something terrible like cancer or something, like whatever their first treatment is, can I go pick them up in this limo, like them and their family, to take them to the hospital to go
Hmm.
get their first treatment, and then can I be there at the end of the day to like pick them up
Yeah.
to bring them back home? Like how
Sure.
cool would that be?
Sure.
Like in some kid's deepest darkest moment of his life when he doesn't know what's going to happen, like can you give them some type of fulfillment,
Yeah.
some type of happiness, put a smile on their face, like that would
Yeah.
be so meaningful, like way beyond what
Yeah.
this company could mean. Like
Yeah.
that would be so cool. Like that's how I feel like really good businesses immerse themselves
Sure.
into the community.
Sure. Absolutely.
Like, and I hope that's who
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
going to become.
I think that's
That's
when
our
you thought. I'm sure you thought about partnering with like the Make a Wish Foundation, stuff like that. I'm sure that's kind of where that might be a good first step if you haven't thought about that already.
Well, we're probably going to. I mean, maybe. I think we're going to make it more like at the beginning more
Hmm.
organic, like just strictly through Facebook
Yeah.
groups, and let it spread and see where it goes from
Sure.
there. Like I don't want it to become like a forced
Hmm.
thing. I want it to organically kind of grow
Gotcha.
through there,
Sure.
you know. And then maybe at some point we're going to have so we're ducks, like we're going to have a whole flock of limos. Like that would be cool. Oh, he left. He got kicked out again. Let's see if he comes back.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my internet. I really apologize.
that's all good.
Like I said, I've had two calls earlier today and no issues, and then all of a sudden I hop on a call with you and I just keep getting disconnected or it's laggy or whatever.
Am
So
I laggy on your end at all?
no, I think it's just me. I think it's my network. I have a co-working spot here, and I could just be a lot of people on the network, and it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
bogged down a little bit. So yeah,
could
yeah,
be.
that could be it. So, but apologies. As you were saying, we're talking about Make a Wish Foundation, but you want it to be more organic, so you want to post on maybe social media and have it spread that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do, and then at some point, in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe we have a whole flock of limos. Like instead of having
Yeah,
a fleet, because we're ducks, we're gonna have a flock.
yeah.
Of like
There you go.
4 or 5 limos, and like hire managers that live on like different sides of town. So like in the spring, everyone has to drive their limo home. You know, and like, and then it's just like marketing all of it. It's like, man, we see these limos everywhere. Like, that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when somebody
Use your
thinks about pest control or lawn care, it's like, yeah, we're going to call these guys,
or call these guys or Christmas lights, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, absolutely. That just kind of came to mind. But use your current limo as kind of the mother limo, and then you can have like little mini limos, the smaller limos as the baby limos. You know, like the mother duck and their ducklings.
So on the top of this limo, I showed you a picture of it earlier, but at the top we want to create this like track system. And then the track system will essentially be like an interlock, so I can put something on there and lock it into this track, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I can unlock it and take it out, something off, and then put something else onto this track. And
Yeah.
so then we can put like different scenes and things like that up there. So like during Christmas time, I could take the ducks off and I could put like big light bulbs on top of it and lock it in. So then I'm driving
Sure.
this limo down. It looks like, the limo has like a mohawk of like Christmas lights on top of it. Like that would get like crazy noticed. Or it just has like blue duck across top in these big like 4 foot tall letters, like spell out blue duck across. Like that would be super cool. It has a moonroof in the back, so like we could have somebody in the back stand up and like throw candy out at parades.
Yeah.
But then, so this duck that's sitting right here on my chest, he's actually getting produced right now in the Philippines, and when we'll get it like in October, and so it will be mounted on the top of the limo, but
Oh, whoa.
track system. And
Yeah.
so then my brother was like, you should get little mini ducks, that are like maybe a foot tall, and put them behind it. So it's like this is like the mom duck, like swimming, and then you have all the little ducklings behind it. It's just like, how can you just like do that? It makes it even more memorable and just stands out that much more. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
silly, but like to me, that's like it's what turns people's heads.
I think you need to start a marketing division, Blue Duck Marketing now. So spiritual marketing.
I do really enjoy marketing. Marketing is
Yeah.
one of my
Yeah.
most fun things.
It's fun. You can get real creative with it, and then that's just what makes it fun. Especially seeing, the reactions and stuff. And so,
Well,
be
so
like, oh yeah,
I think that's one of my superpowers is maybe not marketing, but thinking outside the box, like to
Yep.
solve problems. Like
sure,
I don't really like thinking it. Like I like brainstorming and thinking outside the box. And like somebody was telling me that the other day, and I was like, that probably is one of my superpowers. Just like being super creative on how we're going to solve this problem. Because I don't believe
Yeah.
that there's any problems in the world. You just haven't found the solution for it. Because
Right.
you're always thinking about it the same way everybody else has. So I joined a mastermind group when the original mastermind group I was in, when he sold the business, the mastermind group pretty much went away when he sold the software. And then, so the guy who owned the software, he had a mastermind group inside that software. So then the people who use that mastermind group would grow, and then obviously they would use more of the software would grow. It all kind of made sense, right? When he sold the business, the mastermind group kind of just went away.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went to go, and this was all like lawn care, landscape people in this mastermind group, like 99%. So
Yeah.
like all of the ideas in lawn care have been cycled through, and they're like, oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, but it was all the same shit. It was all the same
Yeah.
stuff over and over and over. It's like, so when you had a problem, everyone looked at it like this one way, like, oh, you have this, you got to solve it this way. It's like, I mean, do you, or is there a better way, Like, why do we have to do it? Oh, because that's what my grandpa did. That's what my dad did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it, It's like, that doesn't mean that it's the best way to do it.
Right.
And so when I joined this next group, they had this next mastermind group had a lot of different industries in it. So there's a lot of cleaning people, like house cleaners, pressure washers, window cleaners, pest control people, landscapers, you name it. Like they had like everything. So then they had a coach for each of the different industries. And so they had a landscape coach in there. And on the onboarding call, I vividly remember telling them, I said, if you put me with the landscapers, I'm canceling this whole mastermind group. I don't want to be with landscapers.
Right.
Put me with the window cleaners, the power washers. Like, I want them to see my problems, and I want to know how they would solve it from a different industry's perspective. Like,
Right.
because I'm very much an out-of-the-box kind of thinker. It's like,
Yeah.
I already know exactly how all the landscapers are going to answer this question, and I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just kind of part of my DNA. It's like
Yeah.
outside the box thinking.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're all accustomed to thinking one way, doing things one way, that type of stuff. So yeah, people stepping out of, even their comfort zone or out of the box per se, then yeah, you don't get a whole lot of that. So, but yeah, I think what you're doing is great. It gets in front of people, it turns heads. And then if it hasn't already, like people are going to know like, oh, I know that limo. I got some Christmas lights I got to get hung up, or I have a rodent problem over here. And so we'll give these guys.
So what we do, we also have we have one door-to-door rep, and he's really pretty cool. And he wants to eventually, he's going to build a team, but it's like, all right, we also can only add because door-to-door reps cost a lot of money, like commission wise. And so it's like, okay, well, we can also only bring on so many accounts in a year, unless you have a lot of funding to help pay for this stuff,
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we can only add 700 accounts this year, for
Right.
pest control. It's like, other than that, we need to, so we can't build a huge team right now because we can't afford to pay it, we can't afford the back ends, paying the commission payments.
Right.
So we go a lot through our SEO, alternative marketing like the limo, and then we have a door-to-door rep for pest control.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, Matt, I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for hopping on a call with me. It was great learning about, everything that you're doing. It sounds like you guys are, you're staying pretty busy, even during the down season.
Oh, yeah. We never slow down.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Matt, again, where can they find you? And where can they find the limo?
Facebook is the best way to find the limo. Like my personal page, Matt Green, I share it on there a lot.
Okay.
So I'm building that personal page up a lot more, but we produce a ton of content. We have a videographer on staff, so we put out a video almost every day. We're on all the social medias, but we have different channels. So Blue Duck Lawn Care, Blue Duck Pest Control, Blue Duck Christmas Lights. So they can find us on any of the social medias for all of those the 3 different businesses. And then me personally, Matt Green on Facebook. I share a lot of business stuff on my personal page as well.
Okay, absolutely. There you have it.
Hey everyone, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Builders Bible Podcast. If you have any questions or if you want to be on an episode, reach out anytime. Alex at kings-coaching.co. Talk to you guys soon.